This is a 15-minute yoga practice to get you going. This could be used as a warm-up for a deeper yoga practice or just a brief yoga practice if you only have 15 minutes. We're gonna get started laying on your back with a little bit of meditation, and then we'll move through some sun salutations. Let's go ahead and begin. Lay down on your back. Once you get there, step your feet on the floor. If your low back is tight or uncomfortable, take a moment to lift your hips. Stretch your tailbone towards the foot of the mat, and then drape your lumbar spine back onto the floor. You can knock your knees inward and move your arms anywhere that helps your shoulders to relax. Then go ahead and close your eyes. And in the first few moments that you settle in here, just take a body scan. From the crown of your head, scan down through your face, your shoulders, your underarms. Continue that scan down through your torso, noticing the sensations as you go. Scan down through your pelvis, all the way through your legs, bringing your attention down to the soles of your feet. Notice anything that jumps out at you. Any areas where you feel heightened sensation today? And at the same time, noticing areas that maybe have no sensation at all. Acknowledging that as an experience too. Now start to deepen your breath. Take long, steady inhales. And really empty out your exhales. So in the course of these next several breaths, you start to feel your rib cage involved in your breath. Breathing into your back ribs. Breathing all the way down into the pit of the belly. Greeting your breath today, noticing areas that might feel restricted. Noticing other areas that feel really open and free. And keep your breath steady for about 5 more rounds of breath. Give yourself one final inhale. And exhale through your mouth. Then move into a full body stretch. So walk your legs down the mat, reach your arms to the back of your mat, and from fingertip to toe tip, stretch as long as you can on the floor. Take one more inhale like this. Then tuck your knees into your chest and reach up and hold your shin bones with your hands. Take some easy rocks from side to side. Massage the low back into the floor. And settle into the middle. And I just want you to bring your hands to your low belly here. Lift your shin bones into a 90-degree angle with your knees over your pelvis. And keep your hands on your low belly just so you can gauge your abdominal engagement here. And start to pedal your feet like you were riding a bicycle. This will feel a little bit easier with your legs straight up overhead. If you want to feel your abdominal engagement a little bit deeper, then bring your legs forward, more at a 45-degree angle, And keep pedaling the legs with these fluid, long pedal strokes. Just a little bit of organic core engagement. So it doesn't have to be rigid, doesn't have to feel like a lot. Just want you to feel that really subtle core engagement under your palms. And keep breathing. Make sure you're not holding your breath. Notice the tendency to grit your teeth or to clench your neck. And try to keep your neck loose. We're going to keep the legs going here. Make it a little bit more challenging. Bring your hands behind your head and lift your head to hover. Give it a couple more rounds of breath. Maybe hovering those feet a little bit lower towards the floor. For 3, for 2, last one. Pull your knees to your chest. Take a big breath. Then grab behind your knees and start to rock and roll up and down the length of the spine. Rock back between the shoulder blades and pause. Then rock up to your sitting bones and pause. And as you take this rocking movement, notice how your abdominal muscles help to navigate you from one place to the other. Zeroing in on your abdominals here for another 3. Another 2. Good, give it one more round through, this time maybe without the hands to help you. Lift it in a boat pose, so you're up on your sitting bones, hands behind your knees if you need a little bit of help, but arms flying if you don't need them. Last few breaths, maybe you can float your shin bones up. We're here for 2. One more breath in. And let's meet in downward facing dog. So sweep your feet to the side, come through tabletop. Spread between each finger, curl under your toes. And as you lift your knees, press all the way up and back. As you settle into your first down dog, just pedal your feet from right to left. Wake up those sensations in the backside of the leg. And then start to settle into a static down dog. Let your heels sink back. Push forward through your palms. And lift your tailbone high. Give it one more round of breath. Now look forward. And make your way to ragdoll. As many steps as you need is fine. Walk your feet up at least 6 inches between the big toes and capture your elbows. Let your torso drape forward. If there's any discomfort in your low back, I want you to just bend your knees a little bit more. Loosen your head and let your arms sway. Find the center. Gently release your arms. And then roll up to standing. Taking your time, feel a stretch between every vertebra, and then shrug your shoulders back at the top. So good. Bring your palms to prayer and close your eyes. Standing at attention. With your eyes closed, notice the sensations in your feet, the way the weight is distributed between the front and the back of the foot, the inner arch and the outer arch. And get yourself centered on your feet. And then take a couple of steady breaths. Stand a little bit taller with every inhale. And let your shoulders relax a little bit more with every exhale. One more round of breath like this. Then release your hands by your side. Float your eyelids open and send your arms overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. This is mountain pose with the arms lifted overhead. Your weight should already be centered in your feet. So I just want you to wiggle your toe pads up, feel your kneecaps lift and engage. Good, and drawstring in your waist, bringing the front of the rib cage back into the body. Keep breathing, maybe even look up between your hands. And if all of this is feeling okay in your neck, for the last inhale, seal the palms together overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Bring your hands through heart. Soften your knees and bow over your legs. We move into halfway lift from here. So you're still at the front of your mat. As you breathe in, drag your fingertips up the front of the shin bones. Pause here, and with your elbows straight, just reach your chest a little bit longer forward. You've got one more inhale, then we need in high plank. Ground your hands and climb your feet back. Take a moment just to bounce a little bit in your plank. Feel your abdominals turn back on. Grip into your finger pads. Make sure to squeeze your legs straight. Your legs being strong is going to make the rest of the pose feel a lot easier. Now on your next inhale, we'll rock forward and try to catch a hold of the abdominals. Then hold onto your belly as you lower down 1 inch at a time, all the way to the front of the body. Once you get there, point your feet. Take a moment to shrug your shoulders down your back. Then roll up into cobra. Keep pressure at the front of your pubic bone. And keep dragging your shoulders back to broaden the front of the chest. Final breath in here. Exhale, release back down. Move through your tabletop. Tuck under your toes and stretch back to down dog, nice and easy. Give it a round of breath. Now we will flow sun salute A. Look to the front of your mat and make your way to forward fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Rise up to standing. Like a reverse swan dive, you want to rise with arms overhead, then exhale your hands to prayer. Take one more inhale, sweep the arms up. Maybe the hands seal at the top. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. High plank, right back into it. Plant your palms, the feet go back, kneecaps engaged. Now push your thumbs away from your face. You'll feel your shoulder blades broaden in the upper back. Excellent. Look forward. Rock forward. Then lower flat as a board all the way down to the front of the body. This time, instead of cobra, I want you to reach your hands behind you. Interlace all 10 fingers, and you can set your forehead on the floor as you do this. Then shrug your shoulder blades onto your back. Point your feet. Inhale, bound locust. So this time, lifting your chest to the same height as cobra, pointing your feet, and lifting the thigh bones up as well. So you're balanced right on the frontal hip points. Give it one more inhale. Then relax. Take your hands beside you. You can come up through tabletop or tuck your toes, prepare for plank position. Toes or knees, you choose. On your next inhale, push your arms straight. Lift back up and pike to downward facing dog. One more flow through side. Rise to your toes, look forward. Bottom of your exhale, step or lightly hop. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Big inhale as you rise up, reach up. Exhale, hands come to prayer. One more inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. High plank. On your inhale, rock forward. On your exhale, lower down. This time, instead of clasping your hands, I just want you to fly the arms straight back for a locust pose. You don't need to hold the fingers together, just straighten the elbows. Point your feet. Now lift your whole body to fly like an airplane. Squeeze into the back of the armpit. Keep sipping your breath in. One more inhale. Turn on the back side of the body. Exhale to down dog. Plant the palms, tuck the toes, then lift up and press back. On your next breath, look to the front of the mat. Make your way to forward fold. Let yourself rest here for a couple breaths. Then with a bend in your knees, roll up to standing again. Shrug your shoulders back. Bring your hands together and close your eyes just for another moment. Notice that pumping feeling of your heart in your chest. Maybe your mind feels a little bit more alert or awake. This is the perfect moment to continue your own personal practice or open your eyes and move forward with the rest of your day. Namaste.